Hi everyone, Heather here. So today we're going to talk about controlling our minds a little bit, okay? And I'm going to tell you share a little story with you. Years ago, I can remember, and I'm sure other people have the same memory and have heard the same thing, but I remember reading or hearing something that suggested that our brains were basically like the ultimate computer. And I remember hearing this when computers kind of first came out, and I can remember getting my first computer and didn't even know. I remember our uncle who was helping us to purchase it, saying, well, what do you want to use the computer for? And we're like, I don't know. What can you use a computer for? We didn't have a clue, So this is a time we're talking like when computers first came out, and then, people were saying our brains are the ultimate computer, okay? Like God or the universe created this most amazing computer in our brains. And I always thought that was pretty cool. I mean, nowadays we use Google search, and everything we could imagine wanting to know, for the most part, is at our fingertips. Just imagine if our brains could actually store and recall being the key word, all the information that we have ever inputted throughout our lifetime. How cool would that be? And when I say that, I'm talking about like years ago when we first heard of computers. When I ever first took computers in school, it was the type where you had to input the code for it to do something, okay? It wasn't as, advanced as it is now, obviously. So I thought that was really neat. And the fact that currently we're only using 3% of our brain. And hey, imagine if we could just double that to 6%, which is still like a minute amount. Can you imagine the possibilities of this ultimate computer that we have going on here? So all of this brain stuff kind of got me thinking to how we use it in our daily life and how we use it in manifesting in our lives. And it reminded me that I kind of took this approach when I first began mindset work and doing like manifesting stuff and all that. And at the time, I had thought, well, if my brain is going to be thought of like the ultimate computer, then I am going to start treating it like one. I know from doing this work that what you focus on, you get more of, right? If you're focusing on your lack, you're going to have more lack. If you're focusing on the fact that you have such a hard time getting in a relationship and there's just no good guys out there, then you're going to get more of that, okay? So whatever you focus on, the universe is saying, yes, absolutely, sure, here you go, more of it. And so you want to make sure that you're thinking and focusing on the things that you want more of, the positives, okay? I call them the positives because to me they're the positives. Because the universe does like to say yes. So I knew, and I always knew, that it is super important to maintain that positive thinking, okay, even when your circumstances around you look pretty bleak and look like crap. You want to still maintain that positive thinking. And trust me, people around you will think you are crazy, but it works. But it's hard to do. It's really hard to do. So I determined that I'm going to start treating my mind more like a computer. When the negative thoughts would come in, I am going to purposefully, with purpose, click delete. Click turn it off, okay? Hey! And be done with it. And then I'm going to replace those negative thoughts with something different. I'm going to give my mind something different to think about. And I'm going to input the information that I wanted it to focus on, okay? And information that was more beneficial for my highest good. So I was going to force those positive thoughts in there in place of the negative ones. And at first that was never easy, and it felt forced, okay? It wasn't authentic. It didn't feel authentic. But over time, it became a habit, and it was much more natural. And I began to really feel those positive feelings. It kind of stirred up those emotions, those positive, happy emotions, okay? And it created that emotional response in me. So, and the same kind of thing happens when you think about it. The same thing happens when you start exercising or working out. At first, it's unnatural. Your body is like, no, screw this. We're not doing this, okay? And it tells you so the next day when your muscles are all sore. Your body is like, no, I'm good. I'm not going to be eating vegetables and fruits. No. Give me the pasta and give me the pizza. You know, this is what I like and I'm used to this. It's comfortable. You're used to being that in that space. And it's the same with our minds. Our minds are used to thinking about these things that are negative, all right? And I say negative and positive, but you know, negative, I'm meaning like the lack. I'm meaning like, so if you get that bill in the mail, you're accustomed to thinking about, shit, how am I going to pay it? Where's this money going to come from? And you're always thinking about the bill. But instead you have to take that out of your mind and start focusing on money coming in. That bill is paid. Money coming in, that bill is paid, right? So our minds are similar to our bodies in that respect. We can train them to think the way that we want them to think, to respond the way that we want them to respond, okay? And once it becomes accustomed to that, it becomes a part of us. So today in the Raven Hayes group, I posted an Abraham Hicks quote, and it says, I have it written here, hold a thought for just 17 seconds and the law of attraction kicks in. Hold a thought for 68 seconds and things move. Manifestation has begun at 68 seconds. So if you're just thinking about something, even just that positive thought, that manifesting thought for 68 seconds, you are instigating and initiating that process, that manifesting process. The universe is putting that into motion, okay? So, my challenge for you today, and every day, but today, let's just start with today, is this. Take control of your thoughts. Make a concerted effort to, when these negative thoughts that don't serve you, don't serve your highest good, aren't going to lead anywhere, and that includes every form of worry, because worry, there's no point to doing it. No point to it at all. It's useless. Take those thoughts, press delete, get them out of your head, and replace it with the positive of that, okay? And even if that positive feels like it's not right, it feels like this is fake, this is bullshit. Fake it till you make it. Throw that positive right in your mind and fake it till you make it, okay? Put it there and let it sit there. And let it sit there for 17 seconds. And maybe let it sit there for 68 seconds. And then start seeing some changes, okay? That is my challenge for you. Let me know how it works out. Let me know what you think. If you've done this before, if this has worked for you, share your story in the comments below so that other people can hear it too. I'll talk to you later. Bye.